Pisces people. This is another low voice video because it's super late. But I promised to Pisces that I would finish you guys reading today, but technically it's tomorrow, but same difference nonetheless. It'll be out before she opens her eyes in the morning. That's all that really matters. Welcome to your February reading. I hope February wasn't as bad for you guys as it has been for everyone, everywhere, for a number of different reasons. And congratulations, you guys are the first sign to see my new nails. Merry Christmas. I'm going to start you guys reading with one overall spiritual guidance card and 3 coinciding cards, just to give you a gist of what's been going on this month. Just to let you know, the intention for this reading is most certainly to give you kind of frame, like words to energies you've been feeling, and just give you some guidance on some, whoa, okay, that's the card. Guidance on steps you guys need to take. I'm not going to say need to take, because that's, you don't need to do anything. But steps you can take if you feel like it, if you're about that life, going forward to grow or reconcile your situation. I feel like I really need to say that. So let's get her done up in this piece. Faux shizzle. I had my Pisces friend tell me today, she said, I bet all the views on readings are pretty low for Pisces, because she's like, you know, we're already psychic, so we kind of already know what's going on. I said, well, excuse me, madam. So y'all tell me if that's true, Pisces. I mean, I don't really think you could, because if y'all aren't watching readings, how would you ever watch this to even know that I just asked you that? Look at my little post-it. Sorry. Hello, post-it note. All right. Let's see what you guys got going on. Cleanse. That's always nice. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much-needed cleansing. What is it that Veronica says on Intuitive Pathways? A mental douche. There you go. It's a channel you should check out. She's hilarious. Super dope. Okay, anywho. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much-needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. So if you tried to not take a shower before you went to bed tonight, this is calling you out. Just kidding. But yeah, guys, just a quick little spiel that's very much relevant to you. So don't think that I'm talking on a tangent or anything. No rabbit holes here. But yeah, this is an energy that's been well, I'll say that this is a solution to an energy, like the ick energy that's been going on. If you're a SpongeBob fan and you think about the suds, that's kind of how everyone has felt this month, you know, just saying. But this is a really great solution to like the icky energy that we all have been feeling this month. Because I don't know, dude, like February has just been ugh. Oh, and happy birthday, by the way. But this is a really great solution to the ick energy, and it's just kind of like really like mental douche, really like just kind of detoxing, detaching, just like removing yourself from everyone in a physical sense, not like literally cutting people off or anything, but I mean just kind of taking a step back, like a very like, you know, Four of Swords kind of energy. But on top of that, just really taking and flushing everything out. So if you want to do a literal physical detox, because sometimes, you know, some of us are visual learners. What's the other one? Kinetic learners. That's like the touchy people. Sometimes we have to do like a physical act to symbolize like a very spiritual action. So I mean, if you taking like a saltwater bath is going to make you feel more connected to taking an inner stance within yourself to really just release everything, then, you know, do it that way. If you need to, watch a meditation video, go to a yoga class, whatever works for you and how your brain works. You should most certainly do that, like, this month before the month is up. You know what I mean? Because it's going to get you into a place, like, since we're so close to March, because Princess is late, since we're so close to March, another symbolic thing is starting fresh, new, and over on March 1. So spend the rest of this month just kind of like cleansing out, getting rid of all the ick, whether that be negative thoughts, negative emotions, kind of detaching from that and really doing a cleanse. Even if you want to do like a food, juice cleanse, whatever. Y'all feel what I'm saying. Let's see what energies we're dealing with. In our past, we have open up. In our present, we have win or lose. And going forward, we have success and growth. So, yeah, Pisces, y'all are looking really good. So, in our past energy, and who was that had this? I just did it yesterday. Who had this card? Who had this card? Scorpio. Yeah. It was Scorpio. Scorpio had this card in the present position. I really hope it was Scorpio. I think it is. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, totally. I'm gonna go with my first mind. It was most certainly, yes, it was Scorpio. Yes, okay. I am remembering the reading presently. Don't judge me, y'all. But yeah, so Scorpio had this energy in their present position, and the way it kind of played out was slightly different than what it is that I'm really seeing for you guys. And it's good that it's, well, all right. I'm not gonna say it's good. Like, okay, it's good. In the end, it's good. Let me just explain this, okay? I'm not gonna spare anything. It ended up throwing off my train of thought. Okay, so anywho, I'm gonna start here instead of starting there, if that makes you feel better. Okay, so presently, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, the card says win or lose, but I'm telling you lose or lose, lose, okay? This is like a conflict situation where, because of course, like, this card is typically interpreted in the sense of like an empty victory, right? But I'm going to tell you why it's so much of an empty victory. It's an empty victory because when we're in this space where you guys are presently at this time, or what you've been dealing with this entire month, it's like you're fighting. Okay, let me put it this way. On a very core level, you know and feel that you're right. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's not my point here. But you're really standing up and fighting for what you believe in. But here's where the downside comes in. It's in the fact that you're not thinking about it in the sense of how other people are affected, right? Because in any situation, whenever you have a winner, there always has to be a loser. Sort of. Because if you're a millennial, we kind of, just got awards for participating. We're not going to get into that. But in a very literal sense, in the 80s or something, when there was a winner, there always has to be a loser, right? Somebody gets the gold, somebody gets the bronze, somebody gets the silver, and a whole bunch of people get nothing, right? So there has to be a loser. That would be the normal general understanding of how things play out in life. In this particular situation, this is something where you are hell-bent on being right or coming out in this situation with the advantage, and you're not really considering how, even though you may be very much in alignment and feel right about what you're doing, you're not considering the people who are being affected by your feeling of being or needing to be right. So it's an imbalanced energy in the sense of like, if it's, how do I want to do this? Because my colloquialism and cliches have been so off today. But it's kind of like being at, like, okay, like a balanced state. Let's just keep it simple, princess. So if you're at a balanced state, right? So because the thing that's popping in my head is like the temperance card. So you look at the temperance chick, she has like her little cups and she's all like, yeah, you know, we're keeping them balanced, because balance is not a state to which we acquire through working to get there. And it's like, oh, hey, look at that, I made a left and a right and another left and I'm at balance. No, balance is a state that is not it's not like there we go, it's not a destination, right? Balance is a constant action. So it's always like taking a little, giving a little, taking a little, giving a little. So it's like a constant state of compromise to maintain the state of balance, right? So this is, instead of having this state of balance, is you just like pouring all into one cup. Okay? That's what creates the imbalance. That's what's creating the conflict, because it's thinking about what's best for you, but not considering the truth that what's best for you is affecting other people to lose, per se, and lose in the sense of them being harmed, people's feelings being hurt, somebody kind of being left out in the cold, you know? A person feeling betrayed, a person feeling violated. And the thing about this that I want to be very, very clear about is I'm not saying that you guys have malicious intent, because this is not one of those things. It's not that you are intentionally trying to get the upper hand over someone because you maliciously want to see them fail and all this. None of that stuff. It's just the fact that you're just, I don't want to use the word distorted, but okay, rose-colored glasses, that's a nice little cliche we can use. Yeah, it's like your vision right now is kind of tinted with rose-colored glasses, so you're not seeing 100% clear. It feels like what you're doing is legit and you're doing the right thing, but you kind of need to take some time to reconsider and really look at what the potential ramifications of your desire to gain the upper hand in this situation could be doing to those around you. Family, friends, partner, you know, anyone who is of importance to you. Hence the little heart in the middle, right? Now, this cleansing that you do, taking this time to kind of meditate and just like relinquish all of this like kind of lower, icky, confusing, and a fog type of energy, can really help you gain clarity on what it is that is really going on. So don't feel like this is something where it's like, oh my gosh, no, it's not that. This is totally something that you can find an answer to if you decide to apply the time, effort, and energy to do so, right? Now, going back to your past energy, what has created this place is like, in a past tense sense, because that sounds cool and it rhymes. You guys, how do I want to say this? It's similar to Pisces. I mean, not to Pisces, to Scorpio, but not really, because this is like you guys were like you. Okay. I'm trying to say two things at one time, and my mouth just was like, "We're not doing it," and shut down. But the reason why you had the courage to stand up for yourself, but it's like you kind of had a little too much courage, you know, a little too much, use a little extra. But the reason why is because you're coming out of a place to where you really allowed yourself to the freedom of how do I want to say this? It's like the freedom of okay. You became aware recently, within like the last couple of months, like that you weren't open to a receiving energy. So like your feminine energy, right? So like your feminine energy was kind of like shut down in a sense, right? So with your feminine energy being shut down, that means you can't receive, right? So similar to how it was with Scorpio, like with Scorpio, this is what they're dealing with now. But I believe with you guys, it's like this is a legit good thing, okay? It's like you opened yourself up to that feminine energy, that receptive energy, right? But y'all kind of got gassed up on it. You were kind of like overfeeding the divine masculine energy within, and then you got in tune with that divine feminine energy, and then you were just kind of like, you know, for maybe when you opened up to the divine feminine energy, you were instantly in a place of balance. But then you realized, like, ooh, this feels nice, and you kind of got like wasted on divine feminine energy, and that divine feminine energy came into you, and you were like, wow, it feels nice to receive. Ooh, I'm receiving and I'm getting, and things are manifesting, and I got that job, and oh, such and such is interested again, and like, oh, I'm getting a raise, and it's like, wow, this feels really good. I'm starting to feel super duper empowered, and it's like all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I got this. I'm in tune with myself. And then this situation came about, and you were so gassed up on this wonderful, beautiful energy that you were just like, no, I know. Don't talk to me, okay? I am right. End of story. I am right. This is what it is, okay? Because I know. Because, I'm in tune with both my divine masculine and feminine, and you kind of forgot to use that whole logical part of that divine masculine energy. Like, to take your emotions into account, to also utilize your intuition to see what it is that spirit is trying to reveal, and then coupling that with the logic of the divine masculine and allowing yourself to take more balanced action. But you took action. Oh, you took action. You hopped right back into that stuff. You got gassed up on that, and you was like, yeah, let's get her done. So here's the thing I want you to know about all of this. Standing up for yourself is dope. Standing up for yourself is great. That's wonderful. You getting in tune with both sides of your higher self, that is even more awesome, and I am super duper proud of you guys for that, right? Because you were blocked at one time. You were blocked off. And I mean, for some people, it could have been the opposite. Maybe you were more in tune with your divine feminine, and you were kind of closed off to your divine masculine, so you were overly giving to other people. You didn't know when to say no. You were very codependent. You were allowing people to take advantage of you. You were being very naive, and you were shut off to the divine masculine. And the same situation I described happened in the reverse. Like, you just got extra strong army all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with you guys opening up to that after being in a place of, and this is so funny because it's kind of gross, but it's kind of like you guys, and like I told Scorpio as well, imagine an invisible card here that explains what led to this, which gets us going forward. It's like, this was prior to you kind of breaking out of that stagnation of this energy. You were like spiritually constipated. You were like energetically constipated. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of cleared that way up, But it was just that lack of, balancing everything out so that it's a stable, balanced platform, so to speak, if we say it like that. But yeah, so that's what I feel like kind of led to this whole little conflict that you guys are going on with now. So that is something I'm going to say because, like I said, I know a Pisces. So these energies that I'm seeing, this is like undergirding. Because like I say, guys, in the beginning, when I was talking about like the perspective from which I'm doing my readings, it's like, from my own personal experience of what got me into oracle cards, tarot cards, and the sort in the first place, was that I found it was a lot of emotions I was feeling. It was a lot of things that I was thinking, and I did not have the vocabulary for them. And when I got my first deck, it's about to be 10 years ago, I was so moved because I was finding this narrative to all of these things I was feeling inside me. It was almost the equivalent to the first Edgar Allan Poe poem I had ever read, who is my favorite author, BTW. But it was, and that's like the role that I feel, this is a tangent. Poetry is a lost art form, okay? Because poets were once responsible for what I believe that oracle and tarot readers are responsible for these days, since people don't want to be writing poetry books no more. Shout out to my fellow poets. Publish your books. We need it desperately. But poets were tasked with the beautiful gift of putting that framework, that the words to people's emotions and their experiences, when they may not have had another person around them that could relate to what they were going through, right? So it's like I say all of that to say, like I said in the beginning, the perspective that I'm reading from is to, you know, offer you that same experience that was once offered to me, which is giving the words and the narrative and, you know, the underlying influences, the above influences, and advice to help you come to a resolution through these readings. So that is me just kind of seeing this is going on. And my mom is also Pisces. I feel like I need to call her and see what's popping. But yeah, so that's really like what it is that I'm seeing with this. It's not anything that's like super duper bad. This is just kind of like a karmic lesson or a life lesson, because those can be used interchangeably. It's just one of those major life lessons that you're going to learn that's really helping you on your evolutionary path. So this is going to be one of those good old things you have in the back pocket once you come to resolution about this. Now, we go into our future energy. Y'all's reading is probably going to be the longest. I can tell already. But if we're looking at our future energy, we have the success and growth card. And the first thing that comes to my mind is I'm looking just at the card, right? I'm looking at this light that's caressing his wonderfully structured face, because that is a very handsome cartoon man. Hello, handsome cartoon man. Call me. Okay, y'all, I'm really not going to be silly. But the first thing that comes to my mind is I'm noticing how the light is, you know, caressing his wonderfully structured face. Okay, I'm really going to stop that. So the light is on his face, so it's like clarity, right? And the direction that he's looking in is past tense. So I think in the very near future, maybe immediately after listening to this reading, that you guys are going to kind of look back at this situation and you're going to be like, all right, what am I really looking at? Maybe after you do this cleanse, you're going to sit back and really reflect on this and really look at everything that transpired from where you were to like your distant past of your spiritual, emotional, you know, constipation, and seeing how you opened up to like this fresh energy that just came in out of nowhere. Almost like you woke up one day and suddenly you were like, bam, I'm different. And you just felt it, right? Coming into this challenging situation that ended in a conflict, and really feeling because of you going through this that you needed to stand up for yourself, but kind of did the most a little bit. And just, I love you. I don't mean that in a negative sense, but I feel like you're really going to look back at that and you're going to gain a lot from really sitting with that and really seeing all of the like all of the players that were involved, right? All of the things that were said, what you did, what you didn't do, what you see that you did, what you see what you could have done different, and even looking at that from the perspective of everyone that was involved. And I think that's really going to put you in a place of like, I think it's going to create like another mini shift for you. So it's going to be like, this was like, and I'm really feeling from this, like this is a major, well, okay, I'll say like minor shift. So it's like a shift, it's a minor shift, but this is one that has happened after like a long time. Because I feel like you were really like in this blocked off invisible card energy, your invisible distant past invisible card energy. You were in that space for a long time, like I mean years, long time, okay? So just getting that that fresh just wind, I really want to say that because it's like I'm thinking about it's like an old gospel song or something that talks about that. But you had this fresh wind that came through, and this was a feeling that you had not felt in a very long time, and it's like, oh my gosh, I remember what this feels like. Hence why you ate it up. I'm not mad at you, but moving into your immediate future, I feel like from you reflecting on all of this, you're going to have another little mini shift, you know? And like, well, I'm saying mini in the sense because I don't want you to think like major life transformation and all that, but not to reduce it in importance, because it is extremely important, because you know this is your journey and all, but it's going to be another shift to where you are going to be introduced now into like a higher spiritual perspective on the situation. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. I was struggling, Spirit. I was struggling. My brain was like, girl, it is past our bedtime. Like, what are we doing? Thank you so much. Okay, you guys were operating not out of lower vibrational frequency energies, but very like, you know, earth and air energies. Very princess-like energies, since I'm an earth sign and a Gemini rising. But we're not going to talk about me. This is about y'all. And Pisces is not in my chart, okay? But yeah, so this is the energy that you guys were operating out of and how you were seeing things, right? So it was a very practical, you know, whatever, just stable, or this is how you were really feeling. Like you felt very affirmed in the stance that you took. And you felt as if you were being very, you know, logical and, you know, weighing the pros and cons and of the sort. And so you felt very confident in the way that you were approaching it. But in the immediate future, Spirit is going to open your eyes to a perspective that you weren't aware of with this particular situation. So whether that's with a person or a group of people, family, friends, co-workers, what have you. But now you're going to receive a higher perspective on all of this that has happened. And I really feel that's going to be after you kind of take a step back and you really kind of flush out all of the jib jab and, you know, calling everybody and telling them the story 15,000 times and feeding that energy. Once you guys kind of, you know, let go of that, this is the perspective that Spirit is really going to give you guys. So it's going to be like an epiphany almost. Like it's really, you know, kind of being raised up on the mountaintop to see it from a higher perspective. Don't really think you guys needed that cliche, but hey, since I've been lacking on them today, I just wanted to, you know, try to throw one in there, even though that one was horrible. Yes, officially, you guys are most certainly going to be the longest reading. This is going to be so fun watching this upload. But while I'm shuffling these, and this is your spiritual guidance card, your practical action step. So additional advice on this wonderful general energy, circumstance, situation type of thing that you guys got going on this month. But while I do that, please make sure to look at the description box below and all that social media stuff. Follow me, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. You know, you get the gist of what I'm saying. You're psychic. So you knew I was going to say that before I even said it. So anyway, we're going to get one card for you guys for a tangible action step of what it is that you need to surrender to in the month of February to assist you with any challenges, concerns, or circumstances that you guys are facing this month. Let's see what we got for you, my little fishies, my little ascended master friends who are probably wondering right now, why did I decide it was a good idea to come back and do this light worker stuff this time? Like, why did I think that was a good idea? It's an awesome idea, okay? Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. This is super duper important. And this is when I put on my Princess the Counselor hat. Boop, it's on. Okay, so if we're looking back to these little past energies, remember how I said this little thing about, you know, there might be another group of people with who are over operating in their divine feminine energy and like over active in it, and they may have been a little codependent, over giving and whatnot. Yes, it's for you. Yes, it is possible to be addicted to people. But of course we know in the sense of alcohol and drugs and things of that nature. I was about to say that and that would have came out so wrong. pretty much how that sentence formulated in my head this late at night and almost came out of my mouth, and I stopped myself dead short of it, was gonna sound like I was gonna tell you guys to go do drugs, and that's totally not what I'm saying, unless it's legal in your state. Okay, and I'm specifically talking about marijuana. That's not a little sativa, you know. It's not legal anywhere else except for what? Colorado and California. So if you don't live there, then you just disregard that, because that is legal. Okay. Anyway, but anything that you utilize as a crutch, in the sense of like you need it to get your day started. Coffee drinkers, I'm one of them. I'm a very terrible person before my coffee in the morning. So yeah, whatever. But anywho, anything that you utilize to function, or something that you feel like you need in order to do like basic everyday things, that's when you are piggybacking on the well, I don't want to say piggybacking, you're almost flirting with the energy of addiction, right? Because then it's like it's literally a need. Like, I can't function without this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that you guys are not dealing with anything that serious, like on the drug, alcohol, addiction end. In the event that you are, or you found that with, you know, just different things that you've been going through, that you've been kind of relying on that, please, and it does not have to be me, contact a counselor. Okay? Get help. Go back to AA, whatever the case may be, if it's on that serious of a spectrum. But I feel like that's for a very small percentage of people. I feel like the majority of people that I'm speaking to are people who are addicted in the sense that you use work and people as diversions for yourself, like, or as diversions from yourself. So from your inner work, from the things that it is that spirit gives you constant synchronicities, and like, hey, I'm telling you that this is the problem, and you're all like, la-di-da, let me go get in a relationship, you know? Because I've been single for like 2 hours. It's too long. I'm not teasing, y'all. But I'm being for real, for real. So I believe this is for people in a sense where you're addicted to distractions. So things that are keeping you from doing the very much needed personal work that is needed in your life right now. I'm for real. Like, I'm very, very serious. And of course, if it's something as simple as like my coffee addicts out there, like, it can be a healthy alternative, like, I don't know, like tea, which I think is gross, or like, what is it that my mom drinks every morning? Like apple cider vinegar and warm water or something. That's, I don't know. Those of y'all that are out there doing that, I don't even know how y'all do that, because just could get a whiff of vinegar and I'm like done. I don't want to eat for another year. Like, gross. But yeah, in the event that it's something where it's not something that you really need to get like professional help for, like I said, my coffee addicts, my chocolate addicts, I feel like I should tell a little quick funny story. When I was very, very overweight, about what, like eight years ago, and I contacted, you know, like a trainer and nutritionist and all that stuff. And I used to have this thing where, because little self-disclosure, I used to be a 911 operator back in the day. Could you imagine me answering 911 calls? Oh my gosh, right? I know. But anyway. So I had a nutritionist and stuff like that, and every time I used to get off from work, you know, saving lives and all, pat on the back, but I used to eat like what is it, like a pint of Haagen-Dazs dulce de leche ice cream, right? That was my thing, okay? That's how I decompress. That was my self-care, okay? Don't judge me. But when my little nutritionist was like, oh, you can't do that anymore, and because I had to completely change my eating habits. That's another video. But anyway, the supplement that they came up with, not like literal supplement, but like the healthier alternative to me eating ice cream every night was and I don't even think they make this anymore. It's Dannon La Creme yogurt, And that's like the only yogurt I could even stomach. But my trainer's like, you know, just put it in the freezer, and instead of eating the ice cream, like eat the yogurt at night. And I remember, y'all, like, I'm gonna tell you how real sugar and ice cream addiction is. I remember I used to sit on my floor in front of my freezer, like crying at the fact. It's like, oh, eat yogurt and it's frozen and it got pieces of strawberries in it, and this is just nasty. Like, I was so hurt because, like, food DTs are like real, okay? Like, for real, for real. But anyway, back to you guys reading. So that's just like my little side note of like, yeah, you know, that's an addiction too. And it's painful, but I think that surrendering to this month, or even putting a step in the right direction of surrendering to anything that you're fully aware is like an unhealthy crutch in your life. Whether it's people, dulce de leche ice cream, or something as serious as like a real substance abuse problem. You guys, it would behoove you to take at least a step in the right direction this month. So that is my public service announcement. I hope y'all aren't mad at me because I see how I'm just taking my sweet time. Like, this is going on almost 40 minutes, y'all. But I'm gonna go quick. Oh, BTW, make this go quicker. At the end of this, well, the last set of cards that I'm gonna do, because right now we're doing your love life, singles, couples. I'm going to do 3 angel answer cards. I've been calling it Pick Your Poison. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that. I probably am because I'm trying to be festive and cool. I want to be accepted on YouTube. Guys, I'm new. I'm like the new kid in town that, you know, was nerdy in their old town and is nerdy here. And I'm just trying to do stuff because I just want to be accepted, okay? But yeah, so I'm going to do 3 angel answer cards. So if you want clarification on anything in this reading, or if you just have a question in general that you want, if someone is watching this right now and you feel like, oh my gosh, this girl is so long-winded, how about you timestamp? Like, she's, you know, she's blabbering here, you know, click here. This is when she starts talking about stuff again. Yeah, feel free to do that. I'll pin it to the top. But anyway, I'm going to pick 3 angel answer cards. You can pick card 1, 2, or 3 and get the answer to your question, so start thinking about it now. All right, let's take a breath. All right. 1 card for my Pisces singles. 1 card for my Pisces couples for February. Please. Whoa. Okay. All right. Gotcha. And look, that happens, and what do? I'm like, let me go shuffle it one more time. Okay, not that one, this one. Oh, listen. All right. Oh, how did that get all off center? All right. For my singles, release your ex. Oh, yeah, it's that good old codependency. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Just in case you forgot. You know, open up to that. Maybe this conflict was with your ex. Maybe that's what it's about. Yeah, and if that's the case, you guys are overdone. And you been should have like let them go, but you know, you was holding on for dear life and stuff. Because, you know, you were like, if I just do a little more, because I don't want to feel like, you know, if I give up now, what if I'm wrong? What if, like, you know, they find someone else and, like, she does all the stuff that I didn't do? But, honey, you have really already done way too much. So, let that dude or chick, because they got some little yucky chicks out there like that, you let them go. Don't be being addicted to people. It's codependency, guys. That's really serious. After all of the stuff that, this is another little spiel / public service announcement. After all that I have encountered this month from everybody and their mama, coming to me for guidance with stuff, there is a huge abundance of narcissistic relationships that are like coming to a head. And those of you who are becoming aware of it and are getting out of it, more power to you. But those who are still stuck in it, I'm not even mad at you, because those are very difficult situations to get out of. And if you want more information on that, please hit me up, because that has been of a concern for me, guys. Like, that's for real. That's no bueno. Please release them. Go no contact. Go to baggagereclaim.uk or .com. Just Google it. You'll find it. NatLou is the bomb.com. She is like the master of narcissistic and emotionally unavailable relationships. Hashtag NatLou. Shout out. I'm way in America and found you in, I think you're in London or something. I don't know. But just the UK. Okay, go with that. Whatever. So, from a couples, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, here's my deal with my couple peeps. Your person, I like how that sounds. I don't know who I heard say that, but I like the way that sounds when people call someone your person. Okay. The person that you're with, right? And I think this is what I'm picking up on right now is like a newer kind of couple. I feel you kind of looking at them kind of side-eyed, right? Because, you know, you might be used to big buff dudes or something, and you might have a guy that's not very buff, and, you know, he may not have swag and things of that nature. And you may be kind of looking at the situation like, did I really make the right choice doing this? Like, do I really want to do this? And if you guys have been together a little longer, you know, do I really want to spend the rest of my life with this person? Like, am I sure? Like, is this really what I want? Keep an open mind. Because looking at this card, the thing I'm really feeling with the connection between these two, specifically, is that kind of higher insight that you guys are going to get collectively is going to be very much in relation to your current partnership. So make sure that you're open to that coming, you know, don't kind of close yourself off, you know, and I don't even want to go as far as to say, no, yeah, I'm not going to say that. Because if I say that, I feel like that's going to be very misconstrued. But for those of you who are in relationships with people who may be battling addictions or someone who is in recovery, it's like really try to keep an open mind about that, because addiction is something that is very misunderstood by the person who's not the addict. And that's one of my personal pet peeves, is like when someone is addicted to something. And I mean, I guess I could use something like cigarettes. We're not going to go as far as like heroin or something, because it's going to get way too real, and we're already at 42 minutes, people. But it's like, you know, someone smokes cigarettes and you're just like, why don't you just quit? And to the smokers out there, it's like, are you freaking serious? Like, so you think I could just wake up one day and just be like, you know, I'm just not going to do this anymore. Like, do you understand what my life is like when I'm like 5 minutes past my usual like smoking time? Like, are you trying to get somebody hurt? You know? Trying to get 5 swords in this piece? No, I'm just joking, y'all. But keep an open mind about that. Be open to learning, because I know there's a lot of like counseling practices that do like psychoeducational workshops, and I know that there's some online too. I think not Celebrate Recovery, what is it? Not Celebrate Recovery, what is the new one? Smart Recovery. I think they have, if I'm not mistaken, and mixing up the two, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they have a section on their site for family members. And I know I think Narcotics Anonymous actually has groups for family members of recovering addicts. So in the sense, if your spouse or your partner, life partner, whatever, is in recovery or is considering starting that journey of going into recovery, keep an open mind about that and be aware that it's not that easy. If, you know, people could just stop what they were addicted to in that very serious substance abuse sense, I mean, I'd be out of a job. If it was just like, hey, let me just stop, you know, it's really not that easy. So try to be a little bit, no, I'm not going to tell you try to be. You need to be more compassionate, and you need to be open to understanding more about the crisis of addiction, because we have a whole like heroin crisis in our country right now. But anyway, just be open to that, okay? I'm not going to fuss. Let's get to these angel answers. Pisces, y'all must have had a whole lot going on. Usually not this long-winded. Maybe it's because I'm doing y'all's reading at nighttime. Like, y'all thrive at this time. One of my Pisces friends told me when they saw me up this late, it's like, what are you doing awake at my time? I'm like, excuse you. I invented this time. Not really. I just borrow it sometimes. But clearly I know from here on out I need to be doing, every time I do you guys readings, I need to do it at like 3 a.m. at the witching hour. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna stop being silly because it is, when I started this reading, did y'all not notice how I sounded all like, you know, like I was about to go to sleep and stuff and whatnot? And y'all see how amped up I am right now? It is 3 in the morning. But this video going up, I was about to say tonight, but this morning. Congratulations and you're welcome, Pisces friend. So anywho, we're going to do 3 angel answer cards. I feel like y'all about to be so mad at me because this reading is so long. This is ridiculous. Do 3 angel answer cards for Pisces. Oh gosh, so you guys think of your question if you haven't thought of it yet. Just go ahead and pause the video as if Princess needs to take more time out of your life. Those of you who work far from your house, like, you probably should just listen to this on the way to work because I'll be there with you till you walk up to the door, but though, I'm mad you gotta drive 45 minutes to work every day. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, 3 cards, guys. I'm crazy. This is, y'all, if y'all think anything like, what is wrong with this girl? My mom's a Pisces, and guess what? She had to deal with me since I came out the womb. Imagine that. Pisces moms. I have an Aries sun, so let's catch back. So for those of you who have picked card number 1, your answer is no exclamation point. Dang. I want to know what you asked. I always jump when I get that card. Oh, my homegirl is going to feel some type of way about that. Because she be getting that card. Like, I don't know anyone I've ever used these cards with who gets, like, these straight exclamation points more than her. See, y'all, my ADD is kicking in. Pay me no mind, okay? Just, like, double tap to the side and, you know, double tap. Get that little 10-minute. Whenever you see me, like, do like this, yeah, just double tap. There you go. Anyway, if you pick card number 2, somebody is, like, rolling their eyes at me right now. I feel it. If you pick card number 2, your answer is let go. Just saying. Anyway, if you pick card number 3, your answer is yes! Exclamation point. Oh my gosh, y'all. I think these are probably the absolute most straightforward angel answer cards I have ever pulled since I started using these. So I just want to say right now, if you enjoyed this reading, it is because the universe is all up in y'all business and is like, you know, they want to undergird this good old reading here. Because I feel like this was pretty clear, and I'm not even a Pisces. But I just feel that way. I could be wrong. Probably not. But I could be wrong. I'm just joking. I'm not that egotistical. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I hope it has helped you on your path. I hope it's giving you clarity and insight. Please comment in the comments below. I love to interact with you guys, except for the little trolley people, because that's just not nice, man. If the reading doesn't resonate, why are you clicking dislike? If you dislike me, why are you clicking dislike? Or why are you saying mean stuff? Don't be mean. But hey, whatever floats your boat. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful to you. Please comment below. I love interacting with you guys. Like this video, share it, follow me on social media, don't follow me on social media, whatever works for you. But you guys, March readings are going to be done after this. Spread the word. I have Aquarius, Capricorn, and Libra. Libra being the absolute lowest number of readings that I had last month. Shout out to Libras, my brother. Just saying. So if you guys kind of want to move up the totem pole of the March readings, make sure that you guys get a lot of people to watch this, because right now it's looking like Gemini is going to be the first next month. So other than that, enjoy the rest of your month, guys. Do your little cleanse. And I will see you soon for your March readings. Until the next time, my Piscean friend, deuces.